Oh, well, hello everybody. Best words in silver. Contest, contest, contest. It's Thursday, but I'm bored as usual. Spent all day, had Jimmy fix my truck today. Needs a little welding job on the frame. But aside from that, so before I get into the contest, I always like to show a few things. And tonight it's going to be sea urchins. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Now, these things have quite a history. First, I want to show one of my favorite trilobites. This thing was one that didn't survive the mass extinctions. This thing goes back over 400 million years old, one of the very first trilobites there ever were, and it went extinct. Now, they suffered three major extinctions, and some always survived, but this guy wasn't one of them. Okay. Now we have sand dollars, and we'll start with this one. And this one was given to me by a friend, maybe 3 weeks ago. These two, as a matter of fact, 3 months ago, these things were living off the coast of New Jersey, and he has a friend that I think dredges for scallops, and they dredge these things up, and once in a while they'll save them. So they saved some, gave them to him, and he gave me a whole bag full. Now these will eventually, when I have the time, which I got nothing but time, when I feel like it, I will bleach them out, and they'll look like this. Now this is one that's relatively contemporary. This one might be 25 or 30 years old. This is the very same, almost exact same variety, and this one was one I found down in Calvert Cliffs, and this one's 27.5 million years old. But you see, they have changed hardly any in that amount of time. Now this is one that's maybe 150 million years old, and I'm not exactly sure where this came from. I bought it off of a friend of mine, and he didn't have the information on it. But that's as hard as a rock. Now, now, now these three you could put between your fingers and crush, and probably this one, although this one is much harder because it's fossilized. But this is like a rock, and this is a rock. This come out of Morocco, and this is probably 400 million years old. And they find them and just grind the rock down and then polish it. But this, I mean, that's just magnificent. So that's my little deal here before the contest. Now this contest is unlike the last one. This contest is going to have a lot of people that are very, very close to the answer. And that is because this contest, I don't know, I sent a notice to some of you uh, that a couple days ago I got a notice from APMEX that they were having a sale on 2012 Year of the Dragon coins from China. So I ordered 10 1 ounce coins, and I ordered 10 half-ounce coins, and APMEX from APMEX, and they lock the price in every 10 minutes. So the same price may hold all day long, but you lock it in for 10 minutes. You go on there, you got 10 minutes to lock that price in. And I'll explain how APMEX works in case you're not familiar with it. Uh, and I would, if I was you, I'd just put it on my favorites anyway and go watch and see what silver's doing every day and see what they're selling. And that'll give you an idea of what is selling and what isn't selling. A very interesting thing is earlier this spring I bought, I don't know if, I don't remember, it was 20 or 30 grizzlies, and they were $2.99 over spot. Now this exact same grizzly now is selling for $9.99 over spot. It's a Canadian coin, and I can't figure that one out. And then they had wolves that are selling for $15. And they had a couple things that were selling reasonably in the spring are now getting $20 over spot, which is just crazy to me because you know me, I hate to pay anything more than a couple of bucks over spot. So you go to APMEX, you fill out their whatever. They usually have the first, if they're having a sale, then they often do it 99 cents, and those are usually the Sunshine Mint ones. And you've seen those before. I bought a lot of them. Uh, and you can buy one, or you can buy 1,000, and it's 99 cents. Now, most of the time, well, I only buy usually on sales, but most of the time you'll go on there, and if you buy one, it's one price, 1 to 19. Then if you buy 20 or something, then it goes, then it takes not a significant dip, but maybe 30, 40 cents a piece dip. Uh, oh, they're a little brighter there, and uh, and so I always buy at least 20. Now this time, uh, uh, it didn't matter if you bought one or five or whatever, but because I wanted to keep my price per coin down on postage, and you can easily go and find out what the postage is. I'm not going to tell you. Uh, then I always buy at least 20, and then that makes the postage on each one less because the postage is going to be the same if you buy one or you buy 20. So the question is then, oh, so let me go back to explaining. You order something, and then you give them your credit card, and then you have 5 days to send them a check. And if they get the check in 5 days, then you get 4% off because that's the premium they'd have to pay the credit card for the use of that credit card service. So then they hold your check and they tell you they hold it for 5 to 7 days while it clears. Well, within nanoseconds after they get that check is cleared because it's all done electronically. They're not mailing it to some big check center anymore, although they may all end up there. Uh, but uh, but that check is cleared. So they play with your money for another week and then they ship the coins out. So it's usually maybe 12, 15 days before you get the coins. But you've locked in the price, so you don't care. I mean, if it was going to be a Christmas present, I don't think I'd order anything off of them on the 15th, hoping to get it before Christmas by any means. You might have another couple of days where you could order something if you wanted to give them away for Christmas presents. So that's the way they do it. Yeah, give them their credit card number, you send them a check. Or if you don't have a check, then they'll take your credit card number, but then you lose that 4%. And if you're giving them a substantial order, you know, if $1,000 order, that's 40 bucks. Makes a difference. You could order maybe another one or another two items. So what I'm asking then for the contest is whoever comes closest to the postage and the 10 1 ounce 999ers, dragons, and 10 half-ounce 999 dragons. So it's 20 coins altogether, 10 and 10, and postage. So that's the contest. And again, we'll just have, I don't know if Pablo or anybody will be here. They'll reach in the old coin thing, and whatever comes out, whether it's a Morgan or a peace dollar, that's what we'll end up with. What the winner will end up with, I'll end up with one less as usual. And this makes it a little fairer because all the information there is out there, and both Mr. Simke and everyone else can access it. And the question is, what during what period? What was the spot price for silver? And as I said, if silver is volatile that day, it can change every 10 minutes. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed my sand dollars, and we'll see you sometime Sunday.